Hello YouTube, Vlogger Nerix Rants here, and this week I'm going to be responding to a video done by Dr. Shaym called How Social Justice Got Trump Elected. Now, I do not deny that social justice warriors did play a role in the election of Donald Trump. However, in this video, and it's strongly implied in the title, Dr. Shaym strongly implies that social justice warriors were the only reason Donald Trump got elected. My evidence for this?
The election of Trump was really just a pushback from people who were sick of being cry-bullied into silence by having their views labeled racist and sexist. You people, the liberals, the feminists, the SJWs, are the ones who got Trump elected.
At no point in the video does he say that there are other reasons that contributed. It is really a lot more complex than you, Dr. Shaym, claimed it is. So with all of that out of the way, let's get into an additional reasons, and in some cases better reasons, why Donald Trump was elected as the President of the United States of America. Let's start out with probably the biggest reason why Donald Trump won. The DNC, the Democratic National Convention. So how did the DNC contribute strongly to Donald Trump winning the election? Well, it's quite simple actually. The DNC rigged the election against the best candidate to go against Donald Trump. In dozens of polls, Bernie Sanders would win over Donald Trump by 10% or greater. That isn't just a win, that's a ruffle stomp. In fact, in some of those polls, Bernie would be president with a super majority. Only a few polls had Trump up, and the latest of those were in mid-February 2016, many months before the election. Hillary Clinton is a uniquely bad candidate, and she ran a uniquely bad campaign. Yes, the social justice aspect of it did play a role, but mainly the reason why Hillary Clinton lost the election was because of her history as a politician. She doesn't know how to campaign progressive. She started her political career out as a Republican and only switched when her husband became president. And everywhere that Hillary Clinton was weak in, Donald Trump was strong in. So what do I mean when I say this? Well, first off, Hillary Clinton is the establishment. If you look up the word establishment in the dictionary, you would see a picture of Hillary Clinton next to one of the definitions. Donald Trump was acting as an anti-establishment candidate, and people are sick and tired of the establishments fucking them over every chance they get. In addition, Donald Trump was arguing that not only was the Democratic establishment against him, but so was the Republican establishment. There's a reason why Congress has an approval rating varying between 9% and 20%. Next up, Hillary Clinton is pro-TPP. Now Obama is pro-TPP, and this is an area where Donald Trump could have attacked him. Yes, I'm comparing Obama to Hillary. I actually believe that had Obama run for a third term, he could have beaten Donald Trump. Trump's anti-TPP. I do give him credit for destroying it. Although there are rumblings that an even worse deal is on the horizon. But TPP would have made the match between Obama and Trump closer than it should be, even though, again, I still think Obama would have won. NAFTA is another area where Hillary Clinton was weak in, as she's for it, and Trump's rhetoric was all about hammering NAFTA. Hillary Clinton was also pro-outsourcing, and not for the American people. On the other hand, Trump is anti-outsourcing and for the American people, at least in rhetoric. Then there's the scandals. Whether they're real or not, and a shitload of them are real, but not all, they've all caused problems for her. Now, Trump has his own scandals, but they don't seem to stick like they do with Hillary. Hillary Clinton is also extremely unlikable. Very few people like Hillary. Very few people like Donald Trump as well. But it's not a good thing if you're very unpopular. It'll be very hard to get your base out to vote for you. This is especially true for the Democratic Party. The DNC put up a shitty candidate, and they paid the price for it. That is the main reason why Donald Trump won the election. Social justice warriors have a bit to do with it, but you're overblowing their role, Dr. Shaym. It's much more to do with the DNC stacking the deck against Bernie Sanders. Then there's the Democratic firewall of Michigan, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Wisconsin. During the presidency of Barack Obama, many of the free trade deals that outsourced all of the good factory jobs from those states into existence. There is a pretty strong correlation between the unemployment rate of those 4 states and both affinity for Donald Trump and dislike of Hillary Clinton. As the unemployment rate goes up in those countries, the share of the vote that Donald Trump got in comparison to Mitt Romney was greater. On the other hand, the share of the vote that Hillary Clinton got compared to Barack Obama in 2012 decreased. Hillary Clinton was seen by many as a continuation of that status quo that had shipped out many of the good-paying factory jobs and led to high unemployment rate in those states. No social justice in there, Dr. Shaym. Now, while yes, a lot of people who voted for Donald Trump are not sexist, racist, homophobic, transphobic, etc., there are a lot of people in the Republican base who are. Many of the Republican candidates use coded language when talking about minorities, women, immigrants, and torture. And this was very annoying to the Republican base. I am personally 100% agnostic about whether or not Donald Trump is a racist, but there are more than a few in the base who are. Also, the selection of Mike Pence, a Christianist, basically the Christian version of Islamist, meant that Donald Trump got the votes of a huge swag of the evangelical Christians, most of whom had voted for Ted Cruz in the primaries because he was the Christianist candidate at the time. And finally, Donald Trump was acting as a populist. He used populist rhetoric to sway a lot of people, and this is something that Hillary Clinton can't do. She's just incapable of doing it. However, just because the left-wing social justice warriors didn't get the preferred candidate in, doesn't mean social justice warriors are ruling now. In this case, it's the right-wing social justice warriors. Or should I say, to repurpose Garrett Robinson's creation of this term from anti-SJWs to the right-wing SJWs, the social inequality crusaders. Donald Trump himself, he's not thin-skinned. He has no skin at all. He sued Bill Maher over a joke. He threatened to sue The Onion over a satire piece. He said, quote, "One of the things I'm going to do if I win, and I hope we do and we're certainly leading, I'm going to open up our libel laws so when they write purposely negative and horrible and false articles, we can sue them and win lots of money. We're going to open up these libel laws. So when the New York Times writes a hit piece which is a total disgrace, or when the Washington Post, which is there for other reasons, writes a hit piece, we can sue them and win money instead of having no chance of winning because they're totally protected." He called for a safe space for Mike Pence after he was harassed at a theatre. Quote, "Mike Pence was harassed last night at the theatre by the base of Hamilton. Cameras blazing. This should not happen. The theatre must always be a safe and special place. The cast of Hamilton was very rude last night to a very good man, Mike Pence. Apologise!" What did the people at the Hamilton say to trigger this? Quote, "We are the diverse America who are alarmed and anxious that your new administration will not protect us, our planet, our children, our parents, or defend us and uphold our inalienable rights. But we truly hope this show has inspired you to uphold our American values and work on behalf of all of us." Dr. Shaym, yes, your video about the role social justice warriors played in the victory of Donald Trump was good. However, you strongly implied it was the only reason, which this video has shown not to be the case. So that is my video for this week. Check out all the links in the description, and I hope you found this interesting. Please rate, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a great day, everyone.